What happens when you start taking yourself seriously? Taking yourself seriously is not about arrogance or self-importance. It is about recognizing your worth and honoring the life you are meant to live. The moment you decide to stop dismissing your dreams, downplaying your needs, or tolerating what no longer serves you, something shifts. A quiet revolution begins within you, one that changes how you move through the world. It starts with a simple but profound realization. Your time, energy, and presence matter. You begin to set boundaries without apology, invest in your growth without guilt, and refuse to settle for less than you deserve. This shift doesn't happen overnight, but once it does, nothing stays the same. One of the first things you notice is how people respond to you differently. When you stop making yourself small to accommodate others, some will celebrate your evolution while others will resist it. Not everyone will understand the new version of you, the one who says no, who prioritizes self-respect over people-pleasing, who no longer chases validation. Some may even accuse you of changing too much, as if your growth is an inconvenience to them. But taking yourself seriously means accepting that not everyone will approve of the choices you make for your well-being. You learn that the right people, those who truly value you, will respect your boundaries and encourage your evolution. The rest will fade away, making space for deeper, more authentic connections. Another transformation occurs in the way you spend your time. You become more intentional, more protective of the hours in your day. No longer do you waste energy on distractions, half-hearted commitments, or relationships that drain you. You start to ask yourself, does this align with who I am becoming? The frivolous distractions that once consumed you lose their appeal because you now understand that time is the one currency you cannot earn back. You invest in what nourishes your mind, body, and soul, whether it's education, creative pursuits, or meaningful experiences. Procrastination feels heavier because you know your potential is too valuable to waste. Every decision, no matter how small, becomes a reflection of the respect you have for yourself. Your relationship with failure changes too. When you take yourself seriously, you no longer see setbacks as proof of inadequacy but as part of the journey. You understand that stumbling doesn't mean you're unworthy. It means you're trying. Instead of shrinking in the face of criticism or disappointment, you assess, adjust, and keep moving. Fear of judgment loses its grip on you because your self-worth is no longer tied to external validation. You become your own most trusted advisor, offering yourself the same patience and encouragement you'd give to someone you deeply care about. Mistakes stop being sources of shame and instead become lessons that refine your path. One of the most profound shifts happens in your inner dialogue. The voice that once whispered, "Who do you think you are?" is replaced with, "Why not you?" You begin to challenge the old narratives that held you back, the belief that you are not smart enough, not deserving enough, not capable enough. Taking yourself seriously means rewriting those scripts. You start affirming your strengths, celebrating your progress, and refusing to entertain self-sabotaging thoughts. The way you speak to yourself becomes kinder, firmer, and more honest. You no longer tolerate your own disrespect, whether it's negative self-talk, procrastination, or settling for less than you desire. Your mind becomes a place of encouragement rather than criticism, and that changes everything. Your standards rise, not just in how others treat you, but in how you treat yourself. You demand more from your relationships, your career, and your daily habits. Toxic environments become unbearable because you now recognize your own value. You walk away from situations that diminish you, not out of pride but out of self-preservation. In love, you stop accepting breadcrumbs, knowing you deserve a full, nourishing connection. In work, you pursue opportunities that challenge and fulfill you, not just those that pay the bills. Even in solitude, you cultivate practices that honor your well-being. Rest, reflection, and joy become non-negotiable. The bar is higher because you finally see yourself as someone worth investing in. Creativity and ambition awaken in new ways. Ideas you once dismissed as too big or unrealistic suddenly feel within reach. When you take yourself seriously, you give yourself permission to dream boldly and act on those dreams. You stop waiting for someone else to grant you opportunities and start creating them yourself. Procrastination gives way to discipline, not the harsh, punishing kind, but the kind that comes from knowing your vision is worth the effort. You show up consistently even when motivation is low, because you've made a commitment to yourself. Projects you once abandoned out of fear of failure now hold your attention because you believe in your ability to see them through. Perhaps the most beautiful change is the quiet confidence that emerges. It's not loud or boastful. It's a deep, unshakable knowing that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. You stop seeking permission to exist fully. You stop apologizing for taking up space. When challenges arise, you no longer crumble. You adapt. When doubt creeps in, you don't let it derail you. You acknowledge it and keep going. This confidence isn't about having all the answers. It's about trusting yourself to figure things out as you go. Taking yourself seriously also means embracing solitude without loneliness. You no longer fear being alone because you become good company for yourself. You enjoy your own thoughts, your own rhythm, your own presence. The desperate need to be constantly surrounded by others fades because you've cultivated a relationship with yourself that is fulfilling. This does not mean you isolate yourself. It means you no longer use other people as distractions from your own growth. You seek connection from a place of wholeness, not lack. Finally, the world begins to reflect the respect you have for yourself. Opportunities seem to find you more easily because you're no longer settling for less. People treat you with greater consideration because you've shown them how you expect to be treated. Synchronicities increase because you're aligned with your purpose. None of this is magic. It's the natural result of no longer betraying yourself. When you take yourself seriously, the universe responds in kind. The journey of self-respect isn't about perfection. There will still be days when old habits resurface, when doubt lingers, when you question yourself. But now, you have a foundation, a core belief that you are worth the effort. And that changes everything. Taking yourself seriously isn't the end of the journey. It's the beginning of a life lived with intention, authenticity, and unapologetic self-worth. Once you start, there's no going back, and you'll wonder why you ever waited so long to begin.